What's up, Malas? Welcome to the best bad decision of your life. I am the Chingona author. My name is Crystal, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and react to this interview that the Heated Rivalry guys did. I have done some Heated Rivalry reaction episodes. I've watched the whole series. I binged it in a night, but 5 up this week. But anyways, I wanted to check out this interview. It seems new. So I'm curious. I've heard that they're gonna start filming season 2 later in the year. I can't wait. I would love to see it. It's kind of got me in a chokehold in a bit. Like, I really wasn't interested in it at first, and then I started watching it, and I didn't want to get into it, but I did. Goody for me, which is fine. You know, it's a genuinely good show with some really interesting characters. I've never really looked into the actors, though. I don't follow the actors on social media or anything. But I'm curious to see what they're like behind the camera. Got into it, but yeah. The show got me so much that I even started writing fan fiction about it, which I can tell you afterwards, okay? Let's go ahead and give this interview a watch.
I gotta admit, when I first heard the idea, I was like, man, I don't know if the world is ready for this kind of story.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it again, and I was like, well, I'm ready for this kind of story, so why the heck not?
Right, of course.
Yeah.
When you were going through, the process of it, did you have any days where you were like, I don't know how this is going to be received? Or was it clarity kind of right from the start?
I mean, the clarity right from the start was that I loved it. And so I was
Is he the writer of the show?
This, and I've discovered there are fans of this book. I mean, there's a lot of fans of this book, right? So at least there's that to go from. And then it was just about kind of trusting my instincts with it and hoping that the thing that made me a fan would make other people a fan eventually. That being said, was it very obvious to adapt a very smutty gay hockey book? Like, maybe not, but
Holy
we
crap.
did. We had a lot of support. We had a lot of institutions.
You know, it's really funny when you break it down like that, these types of stories. It is wild, right? This gay hockey story, like, damn. It's like this gay smutty hockey story. It's like when it comes to, it usually happens with these, gay lovers type of stories, especially when it's between two dudes. And when you say it like that, it sounds funny, right? And it is funny, And it's like, yeah, I just thought it was funny. That's all, When you really break it down like that, that's what it is.
Institutional support from our parent company, Bell Media, and they were very into it, and they were they wanted this thing, and they got it right away, and so that felt great. And then at that point, it's just like you kind of got to trust yourself and do your thing.
Canada-Russia final showcasing the two most talked about prospects in the world. Canada's Shane Hollander.
The music does a great job at hyping up the show.
Okay.
And Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
You're an awesome player to watch. Yes.
Ilya acting all Mr. Cool.
We'll be seeing each other a lot.
Of course.
Montreal play against each other often.
Of course.
You guys, what was your relationship to hockey before being cast?
Oh, absolutely non-existent.
That's crazy to believe.
Okay, this is the first time I'm hearing Ilya's actor speak without the Russian accent. I heard that he wasn't Russian, and that shocked the hell out of me. I'm not even kidding. I haven't seen any interviews with these guys at all. I'm not kidding when I said I wasn't following the actors or nothing. I like the show, but I'll be honest, I'm not, like, obsessed with it. She says when she said she started writing fan fiction, but my obsessions are, like, all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't really gotten into the actors themselves yet. I don't really know much about them at all. Connor, that's his name, right? I hope I'm saying that right. Connor Story, the actor for Ilya. So, he has a nice voice, though. Even his regular sounding voice is very nice. And I heard he learned Russian and how to do a Russian accent within 2 weeks of watching the show. Is that true? I don't know if that's completely true, but just, let me know, okay? Because there's only so much the internet can tell me.
The closest I got was I grew up in a hockey town, but I learned through the show that it was 3 periods, not 4 quarters. So it's pretty.
But now we love it. Now we love it.
Now I love it.
I mean, yeah, it's actually probably, if I was going to watch a sport, that would probably be the sport I would want to watch.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything about the world of hockey and the culture of hockey throughout this process?
I would
I mean,
imagine.
when we were doing all of the hockey bits, we kind of looped that. We bunched that all together in the shoot. And I mean, we were with how many? Did we have like 50?
Dozens.
Yeah, we had a ton of actual hockey players, a lot of them professionals. So we got to sit down and really kind of learn what that was like to be in that brotherhood of hockey, you know?
Yeah, and those guys were amazing. We were so lucky. We had such, I mean, in particular, both of your
Yeah, like that's something I noticed with a lot of acting, especially when it comes to like A-list acting. They usually get the cream of the crop when it comes to learning new skills and stuff. It's like a lot of the times as an actor, you don't even need the skills. You kind of just need the look. And then they just got to teach you what to do, like them learning hockey and all that stuff, right? It's the same thing with any show when it comes to sports or learning how to sing, learning how to dance. Like these actors are in not just them, but a lot of actors in these positions, they get to be in such this cool environment of they get to learn while getting paid and stuff. You know what I mean? Like imagine learning hockey and getting paid to kind of do it. Like, it kind of reminds me of the movie Warrior. It was this MMA film, and the actors, they had to learn how to fight, and they had real fighters teaching them how to fight, but the fighters had to learn how to act. So it was really cool. You know what I mean? Were there any real hockey players that played in the episodes? I think I heard that there was this trans hockey player that was in the show at one point. I think during the scene when Ilya's like, let's just go to Montreal and go to a club because he was all jealous that Shane was going out with Rose. I think, again, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a little while since I've seen the show. But these are always cool, fun facts to learn.
doubles who were just
so supportive.
These guys are so supportive.
Jonah and Ralph.
Because I mean, it's like, especially being at that high.
Oh, they had
level,
doubles?
It's so easy to watch someone come in as a newcomer, and just be like, tear you apart, you know, and not even being mean about it, but just like they could have corrected in a certain way, but they were so supportive and like, do it like this, hold
Their
like
commitment
this.
to making you guys look good was amazing.
And they didn't have to do that. All they had to do was show up and look good for their own bit, but they literally took us aside and taught us almost everything.
Yeah, we were doing drills with them. It was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really
It speaks
nice.
to the hockey community too.
100%.
1000%.
It is, you know, there's a lot to be said, but like that brotherhood and that support is real. They're really, you know, once you're in that family or they've decided that, you know, you're on side, it's very seductive and it's very supportive.
I'm sorry.
This fucking part took me out when I was watching it the first time. Ilya just being a thirsty ass motherfucker. Like, oh my god. It was crazy.
Boston is next too.
Think so? People like it there.
We will be seeing each other a lot.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often.
Oh my god, the shots they do in these things.
The show
Oh
is
my
obviously
God.
very physical. You know, you've got the sport element,
Christ.
the hockey, and the training, and also the sex is very,
Yeah.
very physical. And
Yeah.
so for you guys, how did you take care of your bodies to kind of get into the physicality of the roles? And did you learn anything about maybe getting into the athlete's mindset when it comes to taking care of yourselves?
I spent every waking minute that I wasn't shooting with Connor in the gym and eating as much ground beef as he did, which was a lot
for
of
pound.
Yeah, it was a pound a day.
You know what? I'm happy to hear he was eating meat. I'm a little surprised because in Hollywood, how can I put this delicately? It's like not even just Hollywood, but in general, when it comes to dieting and getting in shape, as they say, a lot of people will actually cut out red meat, and it baffles me. I'm like, guys, come on. Like red meat is what made us, okay? It made us strong and big and stuff. So I'm glad that he said he was eating red meat.
Day of just beef, which was not fun. There's a photo of me somewhere on my camera roll where I am crying eating because it was so much, and I was crying after the first patty.
I thought that was a joke for him. That was a bit, and then he's like crying.
No, I knew. I knew. Here's the difference. I knew it was real. I just think it's funny.
Yeah,
and it's getting in the show.
2 more patties to go, and it was so dry and awful. And I was like, oh, I have to do this. But
what a thing is for. Do something a little different, man.
I grew up playing sports and considering myself an athlete, although albeit a failed one. But I felt like
not anymore, baby.
But
now I'm TV's newest hockey.
Yeah.
Yep. For real though, seriously.
Yeah. So it kind of felt like I was clicking back into the sort of just commitment into the discipline.
They were both in pretty good shape when we cast them.
Well, that's important.
I would imagine.
I was 75.
At least I get it. Sometimes with self-tape, it's like, hey, at least I'm not in a room full of people watching me. But I don't know. To each their own.
It's overweight.
He was a sumo wrestler. It was. I mean, obviously, you're so right to because it's actually not dissimilar from the hockey training to the intimacy training. These are both physically demanding things.
Yes.
It's using your body in 2 different ways, but definitely using your body as part of the work. And I think it's fair to say that there was as much time devoted to the intimacy as to the hockey.
Absolutely.
And it was like 2 things that we took very seriously because if you don't get those 2 parts right, there's not a lot to hang your hat on.
Yes. You know what it reminded me
Hang
of
your hat
is
on.
when ESPN used
Nice
to do
way to
the
put
body
it.
issue,
Yeah.
where you'd get those athletes and you get to appreciate their bodies, obviously for how strong they are, but for everything that they
Machines.
are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
just thought that was so important. I want to talk about, I think there's a lot of things that people will be able to take away from the series, but of course, one of the biggest things I think is that consent is sexy. And these characters are so good at checking in with each other, asking permission, communicating so well. But how did you balance that with then also allowing for playfulness and spontaneity, but making sure, the foundation was consent is there?
No, yeah, consent is a big thing. There's sort of like a consent kink going on that I have noticed. I think in fan fiction spaces, there's even tags like consent kink. It's become a real big thing these past few years. I mean, consent has always been a big thing, but I noticed that lately it has been a lot bigger, like it's become a huge, important thing, which is great. I remember, like when they were, not the first time they did it, but when they were like naked for the first time together and Ilya wanted to, go all the way with Shane and Shane wasn't fully ready yet. It was nice that Ilya was nice about it at first, considering how cocky he was. I thought he was going to be like a little meaner. I was pleasantly surprised that he was nicer, like Shane was clearly nervous and Shane couldn't look at him and everything. And Ilya's like, no, it's okay. If you're scared, it's okay. And Shane is like, I'm not scared, and I was like, it honestly made my heart like, like squeeze a little bit, like I was like, aw, he's checking in, he's being nice, he's being kind, he wasn't giving Shane a hard time. Okay, like, never mind. You know what I mean though, but it was nice, so I'm glad they made it an important thing. Let's see what else they have to say about it.
I mean, that was very honestly, that's in the book. I mean, that's, and it's also used, again, in the smartest way by Rachel, as character development, is that Ilya seems like very confident, very controlling, but he's actually...
What did I just say?
Empathetic and kind lover. And that's part of his character. That's a reveal about Ilya that is like, he might not want you to think that, but actually he's a really good guy. And part of that reflects in that he wants Shane to enjoy this too. He's not looking for selfish sex. He's looking for a connection. They're both looking for a connection. And so with that intimacy comes a very a lot of checking in, a lot of consent, and a lot of, as a gay man, I can tell you that anal sex
he's
is
gay
a lot of
too?
trial and error, and it's a thing, and if you're gonna do that with your partner, there's a lot that can be uncomfortable, and there's a lot that you want to talk through and that you want to make sure is okay. And also, I think that any form of part of what we wanted to do with the sex in this show is to make it feel real, and that is how real sex happens. You don't stop talking and stop existing and go into a montage with music playing. You communicate, you make eye contact, you discuss if something isn't feeling good or something is feeling odd, or even if you're just like, this pillow's doing a weird thing right now, I'm just gonna move that. That's a normal part of sex, and I think it's hot too.
Did your mom buy all these pillows?
No. I hired someone. A designer.
You think there is enough?
Such an asshole.
I think maybe you like it.
I can smell the cigarettes from here.
I had one.
You shouldn't be smoking.
You shouldn't be talking.
Oh shit! Damn. Oh my god.
No, you come here.
No, you.
No, you come here.
Oh my god.
Now, I want to ask.
Like I said, they got me in a chokehold, these guys. So yeah, like what he was talking about the sex scene stuff. Yeah, he's right. You know, the sex scenes should be intimate. They shouldn't just be cut to music and just them humping or something. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what a lot of movies and shows do. Making it intimate can be difficult. It's almost like lightning in a bottle. You know what I mean? The chemistry between both the leads is super important. And yeah, the sex is, when the sex happened, it always felt pretty intimate, which is pretty cool. Even when they get a little rougher, it's still intimate, you know? And there's this energy in the air that's very palpable that you can feel off the screen. So these guys did a very great job. And yeah, it's always nice when they can make the sex, you know, more intimate and feel more real.
You two, what makes Hudson the perfect Shane?
I mean, Hudson, first of all, is a really good actor. I think people, if you don't know Hudson in his real life,
I just thought it was funny.
you don't realize how transformative and different Shane actually is. Hudson is so enthusiastic, playful, wacky. I mean, I think he has a lot of the tenacity that Shane has, but it looks very different. So, I mean, I think, I don't know if this makes any sense, but I think him just being a really good actor is kind of what makes him the perfect Shane.
What
Of course.
Hudson had right away when I saw his tape was that he had, which it turns out was a totally wrong read on my part about him, a seriousness.
Good actor.
Again, Connor's right. A very good actor, because in real life, not so much. But in his seriousness that came through when he read, and he had an ability. Shane was actually a really tricky character to write and a really tricky character to execute, because so much of him is internal, and that requires a lot of active listening and a lot of letting your face do the work, because Shay doesn't talk a lot, and I wasn't going to make him talk a lot because that was not part of who he is. And so he had to express a lot of things physically again. And I think that Hudson actually is an incredibly physical actor, and it shines through for Shane and makes it, I think that you understand what he's feeling every step of the way. And that is a minor miracle with this performance. Yeah.
Internal
You guys have
light.
never been so nice.
And never will be again.
Okay.
Oh,
We're on
shit.
camera right
Back to
now.
normal.
I'll enjoy
Back
this.
to normal after this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
damn.
turn the questions. Well,
That's
what
funny.
made Connor the perfect Ilya?
Right,
He's a
here we
very
go.
great actor.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. And I would say
I'm perfecting.
yeah,
Oh my god, I love the Russian accent he does.
it has.
Why do you keep doing that weird American accent?
I'm prepping for something.
Okay, I got it.
I think
Hilarious.
Jacob spoke about it earlier, but Ilya is deeply sensitive on the inside as much as he doesn't want to show it, and the thing he wants to show is more of a performance in a way, is his sort of playboy energy, and I think Connor is more adjacent, very much more adjacent to Ilya's soft and endearing, sensitive side.
Oh,
that he didn't
how
have to play
sweet.
that, and that's the part of the show that's really gonna make it real. And then the sort of showy, arrogant playboy side was the performance, so that really fit Ilya. And as well, Connor is sort of a hobby linguist, and he loves languages, he loves accents. Half the time
Nah, that explains it. That frickin' explains it, how he got the Russian accent down so fast.
he's talking to you, he's like noticing what your mouth does or where your tongue is in your mouth when you say a certain word.
Really?
And that,
Where your
tongue is in
my
mouth.
yep, we're not always in the mouth.
Oh my god.
To the show.
Hey, woo.
but that only paid off, and everyone, and even all the Russians on the show have just
They thought he was Russian.
yeah, they thought
I was
he was.
surprised
They
to
thought
find
he
out
was
you
Russian.
weren't.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
I love that.
Well, what did I say? I didn't fucking know the guy was American until, like, I'm not saying till just now. I'm just saying, like, when I just heard, when I was kind of sort of researching the show online, I was like, what the fuck? What? He's American? He's not really Russian? What the fuck? God damn, that's impressive as hell. That is impressive, not gonna lie.
that really paid off.
I love that a lot.
Yeah, and it took a lot of discipline as well, but
Thank you, Huddy.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good.
What I would say is the first thing that I noticed about, first of all, he is very confident, which is enormously important for Ilya, but he's also incredibly smart. And to play, what I wanted out of Ilya was a slyness and a kind of, that Ilya's always trying kind of not to laugh, especially at Shane, to show what he doesn't want Shane to realize is how much he likes him and how charmed, how endlessly charmed he is by making Shane uncomfortable, that like it actually lights him up inside, that he loves it. And he did that so well right away. And that kind of you can't be empathetic without intelligence, and that was the big thing that came through to me, is that translation from.
I'm glad you mentioned that. You cannot be empathetic without intelligence. Yep, that's some true shit right there.
Being smart and sly into empathetic and vulnerable, he made feel very natural, and that's his smarts coming through.
I'm thinking about this show and how people are going to receive it. And for those who might stumble upon the show and somehow missed the memo of the sexy stuff, what would
They
you
just stopped
want?
listing it from the director of Shorzy.
Yeah, exactly. What do you all want them to take away who might be like, what have I stumbled into?
I think they can take away whatever they want. You know, this is a show that actually wears its heart on its sleeve. This is a show about love. This is a show about two people who are in love and might not realize it initially, but they are. And I think that we're just trying to put out joy and kindness here and let them take from that whatever they would like, you know. This show is also loves hockey. Like, and I agree with you. Hockey is... There's a lot there, right? It is not a perfect culture. That's obvious. I think sports in general is not. There's a lot. There is road to hoe. There is progress to be made. But I think that this is certainly not a takedown of that. This is a celebration of what can be, I think. And I think that this show is decidedly optimistic about that. And
very
I would hope
optimistic.
that comes through.
And lastly, for me, let's end on a little fill in the blank. I'll give you an example. Heated Rivalry. Come for the sport, stay for the spice.
We like.
Heated.
Saw something go through your eyes.
Well,
I'm telling you not to.
Heated rivalry. Come for the puck. Stay for the butts. Thought I was gonna go somewhere, and I kind of went there about 70%.
my
I
God.
said butts.
You did.
Oh my
Hockey
God.
butts, they're a
That's
thing.
what rhymes.
That's
Oh
what rhymes.
Lord.
And
Yeah,
Called
that's
called me intelligent.
that's
You called
what
me
that's what
intelligent.
frickin'
Proved it.
oh my God.
As soon as it came out of my mouth.
We gave
Jesus
him way
Christ.
too much time to fester in this.
It's overwhelming.
Panic.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull everything back and then put forwards the better
Fucking
ideas.
Mad Libs right here.
I would just say, on a more wholesome note, just come for the hot sex and stay for the warm love.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? Yeah, that's great. Heated Rivalry, just come.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
And that's on that.
That's
Short and
on that.
sweet.
On that,
I
thank
know how
you.
to button it.
Yes, you sure do, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down. I'm
Thank you. It's
really
our
excited
pleasure.
for people
Thank you
to see
very
this
much.
one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm sort of like an indie author / indie filmmaker channel if you want to check out my channel. But yeah, like that was a fun, interesting interview. Hudson, right? That's the name of Shane's actor. He looked so serious. So it was a very fun interview. Yeah, I can't wait for the second season. I can't wait to show you guys what my reactions were at episodes 5 and 6. I'm gonna try my best to get them up. Hopefully this week. I'll try. haven't been doing great health-wise, so I'm going to try my best. But, like I said, I do like the show. It converted me. It made me from a non-believer to almost an obsessor. Like I said, like, I started writing fan fiction for them too, even. Like, I'll even link the fanfic down below if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, it's called Iced Out. It's also a crossover fanfic, too. It's like, what if Shane and Ilya were trapped in a hotel with Alex and Henry from Red, White, and Royal Blue? So yeah, if you want to check it out, the link will be in the comments section down below, and also in the description, too. If you want to go on my channel and check out my other stuff, I've even made some fanfic films if you want to check those out, too. Yeah, so thanks for checking this out with me. See you later. And stay beautiful.